groggy. Whatever Hartman had bumped in me was making me numb. I felt like this was happening to someone else. Someone I was watching on television. I couldn't think. Couldn't focus.
And we're back to the Alan Wake after a day of
only empty sheets of paper
not feeling super great.
Manuscript pages.
Today I feel much better. Punch you in the face.
Are we feeling better now? Feeling calm?
No, let me out.
Yeah, I see you brought your pet gorilla with you. So sure, I'm calm. I get the message, loud and clear.
Quite right. That's the spirit. You're being very brave, Alan. I understand you're confused. I would be more concerned if you weren't suspicious of me. I don't blame you for it.
Big of you.
Now, why don't you come with me? We'll reacquaint you with my clinic and go over everything you might have forgotten. Little walk and some fresh air? Yes, it will do you good. This corridor is for patients. Most of them aren't here right now. Jack took them out for a
The
fitting.
How TM.
Except for the ones who are particularly vulnerable, of course. I encourage creativity as a part of the recovery process here at Cauldron
I think
Lake
if I
Lodge.
pop
I
in
specialize in treating artists.
I
somewhere.
bet you do.
Yeah, this guy with the Death Rally poster. The one Remedy game that I will not be playing in this Remedy stream series because A, I don't have it, and B, it's just a card game. Not fun to watch. Also, Night Springs video game, I would play the shit out of it. Let that be known. Also, here's just like a top-down level map. I had to draw. Hello. I had to draw so many of these in college. And then that's when I was like, maybe level designer is not for me. Maybe I'll do lighting and effects because nobody else wants to do it, and I think it's super fun.
Splendid, Alan.
Not a big fan of mapping.
I mean, it's enjoyable. It's just the amount of I have a tendency to overthink through my level designs, was what my professors would tell me, and they're not wrong. So I mean, also,
Overthink how?
Past experience with you, I know I need to get
the main thing was I would set things up thinking people would be paying attention and, like focusing on what's happening,
No.
etc., etc. No one else really it was always like, you need to put more stuff to show the way, and then I'd do it, and then be like, you put too much stuff, take some away, and it's like I could never strike the right balance.
About light and darkness, a feeling that everything revolves around you.
Because, I mean, honestly, if it was me, I would, have things super not,
Elaborate fantasy scenario in which you're
like, clear, but subtly clear. Like, I would use a lot of lighting and kind of shading stuff, and they were like, that's not... I'm lost. I don't get it.
We go this way, Alan.
But then again, this was also the professor who was like, I hate words in video games.
He had to be lying. But under the influence of the drug he had given me,
He was confused as to why there was not a glowing runway to the objective.
Yes.
It's all in your head. You've been making
Which is funny considering, me in real life and in video games. Cough, cough, Resident Evil 4. But
of your subconscious mind trying to protect you from the too painful truth. Unless we fight the fantasy, it will return. I know the
also, this guy's just kind of talking bullshit over here, which is why I'm totally okay with talking over him.
Supernatural conspiracy you have concocted in your mind.
Man, my TV is just freaking out
By nature,
for some
we
reason.
both know this. Everything can be explained logically.
Hey, there's a poem from the Thomas Zane. Just want to end of Dead Rising 2 this man.
Get tired of it, you. Very inspiring.
Wait, what do you do at the end of Dead Rising 2?
There's a big field of zombies kind of below a catwalk, and you grab the main villain and like flip him up over it by his legs.
Seems there's a storm coming. Funny, I don't recall there being a mention of that in the weather.
And he
forecast.
does his
Well,
dumb
no matter.
catchphrase, and then
Follow me.
depending on if you're playing actual Dead Rising 2 or off the record,
Good news.
you either complete the catchphrase or make a funny joke about his catchphrase.
To resurface from the dark depths of your imagination.
Because if you're Chuck Green, the main villain's like, you gotta risk it all if you wanna, and then he gets flipped up, and Chuck Green just goes, win big!
This should come as an immense
And
relief
then
to you.
Frank West, because he's Frank West, just goes, if you wanna fall to your death,
Or because you don't want to admit that you're not
Oh, Frank West is such a jackass.
he's such a jackass, but I love him.
It's part of the illness.
I let him talk.
After all,
Hartman
I'm the one
obviously
trying
loved
to
his
bring
own
you out
voice.
of the world
His
you've
words echoed
constructed for
madly
yourself.
inside my head.
But I can't
I dug
do
my
it
nails
by
into the
myself,
palms of my
Alan.
hands to stay
You need to
focused.
work with me. Once you accept that, we can begin the journey towards your
I have
recovery.
legitimately not paid attention to a single word this guy has said. Because besides, we want to talk to this man over here.
To be fair, I'm pretty sure that puts you in the same company as Alan Wake.
That's true. Look at this guy.
I think his entire monologue is basically like, oh yeah, no, you're just hallucinating super hard. Get back to your room and write, it'll help you think straight.
Be afraid of me. Don't want to run into me in the night, that's for sure.
What was Hartman's plan?
Confused enough
I
as it
don't
is.
know.
Yeah, you'd like me to go
Like,
away
I
so
know what his
easy.
plan was, but oh god, that man's neck would look really weird for a second there when he climbed over that couch.
A little bit.
But,
Okay,
like,
okay,
Hart,
sorry,
like, I get his plan,
Ew.
but I don't honestly know what he expected.
We're actually making some progress with him, I'm happy to say. He works on video
Elbow
games.
strike. Ooh,
It's
yeah.
trash, of course, but it
He's
doesn't
gonna
help
sit
us
here and listen to this guy talk about things.
Yeah.
which makes him receptive to my
Maybe wait and see if this guy starts talking about game design.
Probably. 'Cause I don't remember if it's now or if it's like.
I think
coming
it's when you come back
Okay.
through, but I could be wrong.
That lady's going nuts.
He works on video games. It's trash.
this way. Now, you might have noticed the typewriter in your room. You've been writing as a part of the therapy. As soon as you feel up to it, you should continue.
Huh. Well, that looks interesting.
Yeah.
It's an interesting painting that I didn't notice. That kind of looks like something later, but you know,
There's a storm coming. Oh, what a storm!
man, I would play the Night Springs board game.
It does sound rad.
And these two are the Anderson brothers, Odin and Thor. They had a, how should I put this, a heavy metal band in the
Also, I think Remedy really likes Norse folklore.
Of Asgard. They even adopted new first names to
They may or may not be into it.
Viking gods. After the band broke up, they lived on a farm nearby. They are
It's a bit of a mystery. You really can't tell with Odin and Thor here.
that, there's nothing more that can be done.
Oh, you mean the old gods of Asgard?
Yes.
The old gods of Asgard.
Style has-
Odin with the eye patch and Thor with a toy hammer.
Oh, that won't do. I'm so sorry to cut this short for now.
I really like these two.
They're good.
I'd better go check on it. We'll continue this soon. Meanwhile, when you feel into it, return to your room and try.
They
to
are in the
find
advanced
your
stages of
best.
dementia.
Don't you think?
I'd like to bash his head in with a hammer.
Oh, he'd love to fish out our secrets, but he has no clue.
He's not crazy enough.
Not crazy like us, Sonny. Yeah. Being crazy's a requirement, Sonny. Who else could understand the world when it's like this? It takes crazy to know crazy.
That's
Boy,
the saddest thing I've heard in a while.
Odin really being real prescient over here.
Hey, you're all right, Tom. Hey, we like him, don't we, bro? He's got to go to the farm.
The Anderson Farm. Valhalla!
We wrote it all down, lest we forget. A crash course. All you need to know to get your head right. You need to find the
I
message.
do like that Alan Wake's response is just to immediately go like, no, these guys are legit.
Yeah.
But I
could feel the poems, taking form, shaping things. As he experimented, he imagined he could almost feel the power surging through the keys of the typewriter. It exhilarated him. But there was fear, too. If not for his young assistant Emil, he would have given it up. But Emil convinced him otherwise. He too had a way with words. My head was clearing up, or according to Hartman, I was sinking back into the fantasy. I was convinced he was lying to me about everything. Crazy or not, the Andersons made more sense.
Engagement Therapy TM and its sister method, the Flow TM.
I'm a bad dream, and you can't wake up. You can't hurt a nightmare because all dreams are only imagination.
Oh,
They're
here we
only in
go.
your head, and they're not
Look at
there to
Emerson.
wake up. So you can't wake up because I'm in charge now, and I don't want to disappear. My nightmare is the publisher people who want to make a contribution so they can say they made a
Oh,
contribution.
man.
And then we end up with mullets in there because they think mullets are funny, but it wasn't supposed to be about mullets, and now it's about mullets. And when it's in slow motion, they call it mullet time because the numbers came back from marketing that mullet time is the hook we needed to go big in the target demographic. And they're not even kidding. They say it all like serial killers with straight faces and smiles. My nightmare is the writers who want to make everything from the characters to the toasters talk all the time and express their feelings so they won't shut up. And the writers won't shut up either because they have feelings too. And I have to listen to them because they're not scared of me. And everyone should just shut up. Shut up. Shut up. But I don't see nightmares anymore because I'm too scary for them. I take
I
2
love
pills
you,
every
Emerson.
morning, and 1 with every meal, and 4 when I go to bed. And that makes me the scariest nightmare of all.
You do you, buddy.
Hey, Wake, why don't you
The
humor
doors
Dr.
were
Hartman
locked.
and give the
Hartman
writing
and the
a
nurses
shot?
would have keys,
Typewriters
but
in
there
your
was no
room.
way to get my
You can get
hands
to
on
your
them.
room by those
I like
stairs.
describing that problem as I have to listen to them because they're not scared of.
Yeah.
Something's wrong. I'm not myself. It's hard to think. There's a shadow inside my head. I can only focus on writing. Everything else is a blur.
There's plot happening over there, but hold on, I gotta pick up this coffee thermos.
Always dark outside. My editor is real. I saw her again. She's not human. It's not human. A dark presence is wearing the old woman's face. She was covered in clinging shadows. There's a hole in her chest where her heart should be.
Spooky.
I think I've made a horrible mistake. I don't think I'm any closer to saving Alice. It's been lying to me, using me to get the story it wants, and the story will come
Oh,
true.
side note, because I am, as always, messing around with Pokemon on the side here.
Yeah,
I finally realized why the Pokemon don't level up in the daycare.
because it's a nursery.
Well, because you send them on the Pokejobs now for
Right.
experience.
Yes. That would do it.
The white glare of the
I really like
blue
freaking out
my
TV
eyes.
Alan Wake.
Yeah.
He's just constantly in a state of panic of, oh fuck, I fucked up. It's like, yeah, no shit, Alan.
Hey, Wake, you stay here. I'm gonna go see what's up. You just keep doing what you're doing. Be cool, okay?
Be cool, Alan.
He literally can't. Have you seen his elbow pads?
But it could be
Yeah.
the only chance of getting out of here.
Also, bitrate seems to be having an issue. So we're gonna pause here for a second and hope the internet stabilizes. And I itch the crap out of my eye also.
I don't know. Here's a friendly poke from Mjolnir, witch. Oh, afraid of the
Here's a friendly note from, or a friendly poke from Mjolnir, wench.
And Barry was impressed, but he was here on business. He raised his voice, cut through the monologue. Hey, Hartman, where's Al? Hartman stopped in mid-sentence, annoyed at the interruption. He nodded at the hulking orderly standing nearby. The man smiled and clapped a practiced hand on Barry's shoulder.
See, brothers, are ya? Not so weak now, are we?
Sinclair looked bad. That wasn't a love tap. The crazy old fart hit her hard. If she was one of Hartman's goons, she had it coming. I could get the key to the office wing from Sinclair. I had to get to Hartman's office. He had taken all my manuscript pages.
It's my
That's where he'd been keeping them.
I'm taking it. We're on a comeback tour, baby.
Oh my god.
Come out and face the
Fucking
music first. It's time to pay the piper.
love the crazy old rockers.
Rise up in their name.
The photo on the wall caught my attention. In it, the clinic staff was standing outside the lodge. I knew the man next to Hartman. He was the kidnapper. Hartman had been playing me all along.
Yeah, no kidding. You're just now putting this together, Alan?
They'll be looking for me. Oh, that's how you want to play it? Is that how you want to play
Also, hey, Barry.
Ow! About time!
Barry, man, am I glad to see you. We need to get to Hartman's office.
It's right next door.
You okay?
Yeah. I mean, no! The cops found me at Rose's trailer, but they didn't hassle me too much. I'm obviously a...
Nope, sorry to cut you off, Barry.
These were all the pages I had on me. And more.
Alan, please. You're sliding back into the...
Tell me one more lie and I'll shoot you in the face.
Ah, well, it was worth a shot. Really, Wake, come on. Let's work together on this. You have no idea...
Hartman, shut up! Barry, get out of here. I'll catch up with you. Get a car.
Oh, Al, let's just...
Go!
Wake, listen to me. This is a mistake. Don't you see? Together we can create something absolutely wonderful. With your ability and mine.
Oh no, spooky bookshelf. I killed that man, says Alan Wake.
To be fair, that guy sucked.
Followed the fall of Alan Wake with his binoculars. When the rider hit the water, he ordered Jack to take the boat to him. The spot was easy to see in the dark, even with all the extra lights in the boat. The flare floated and kept burning, even in the water. Jack turned the radio louder as the engine sputtered. The music was rough and clanking, something the Anderson brothers would no doubt have enjoyed. But Hartman chose to ignore it. Wake was finally within his reach. The dark presence would be on me in a moment. I had
Ouch.
to find a way out.
Mashing. Oh dear. That's not gone well.
I needed light to get the possessed bookshelves out of my way.
Do, 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 do. Aha! Eat it, furniture. Ow. I don't think I was supposed to come down here quite yet. There's maybe more generators or something. Oh. Maybe third time's the charm? Oh wait, there we go. Pardon me. Oh. I'm a writer, I got attacked by books. That's not how it's supposed to go. Pardon me?
Hartman knew he was no creator. He had no ambitions on that front. And he certainly didn't want to end up like every artist he had worked with here, damaged in ways that were hard to describe, or worse. It was enough for Hartman to maintain creative control and provide direction, to be a producer. That was what most
Producers put on notice.
Of course, suitable subjects were few and far in between.
Whoop. Hey, cool, thanks. One more time.
Get the feeling that the creators of Alan Wake maybe had a problem with their producers at some point. Some unpleasant experiences, maybe.
Maybe.
I'm not sure what gives me that impression.
I don't know either. It's very. It's a big.
Seems like
leap
they've
in
got a very
logic.
healthy relationship going on with their production staff.
Barry, I don't have a light.
Take this, Al.
Give me your flashlight. Thank you.
Oh God! Look at the house, Al.
Oh God, evil house.
See, how cool would it be if you fought the entire house?
Depends, because I mean, I can think of another game that had a house battle that was decisively not awesome.
Yeah, Metal Wolf Chaos, and it was awesome.
It's not the one I was thinking of.
Oh. Well, then you were thinking of the wrong one.
I know.
Why would you not be thinking of Metal Wolf? What other game had you fight a house?
Well, I was thinking of Indigo Prophecy.
That wasn't like a whole house. That was all furniture in like an apartment.
Yeah, but then eventually it stopped. It ran out of furniture, and then just pieces of the building started falling away. And
Yeah, it's true.
I'd say it counts.
I don't know, at that point you weren't fighting a house so much as the lack of a house.
Alternately, that one shitstorm game, the Anatomy or whatever.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was cool.
I stared at the Viking paraphernalia that littered the area, surrounding an unlikely centerpiece. A full-size stage, complete with an impressive sound.
It felt strangely appropriate.
I find it odd that everybody was like, man, the gym leader, this fire dude, made his challenge way too tough. Nobody's passing it. And then I did it, and it was not, like... Not only was it not difficult, it felt like the easiest one of all because you could just brute force it.
That's what I did.
It's literally, if you just battle enough, you're gonna win.
I don't think it was his gym challenge. I think it was more him which is
Now, the dude out front was like, oh, we're not getting any challengers because the mission is so tough.
oh. I don't know.
I like that there's a giant poster of him, like, right next to our big battle stands thing that's advertising some kind of cologne. There's like a big billboard of his face, and he's like stroking his chin, and there's two little bottles of something right next to his face.
There's a lot of really...
It's either they're advertising either cologne or some kind of electric razor, I can't tell.
There are a lot of really good advertisements, and
I really like the fake Pokemon language and brands that they have going on.
yeah.
I like all the weird logos for the clothing labels. This dude seems pretty serious. Oh shit, a standard ass Ninetales. Oh, fuck you, Ninetales.
Ah, birds. Eat it, Dr. Hartman's weird muscle guy.
Alright, Ninetales down. Good job, Hangman.
What Pokemon have you named Hangman?
I will give you a guess.
Is it like a Mudsdale or a...
Yes.
Okay. That's good. Did I pick up the flare? I did not pick up the flare gun.
Have you ever had one of those moments where you see that someone's about to send out a new Pokemon, so you go to change, and then as soon as you get to your menu, you forget what they were sending out?
Constantly.
Okay, just making sure that wasn't just a me problem. I was like, alright, I need to switch, and then I hit the button and was like, wait, fuck, what am I up against?
Did not mean to use. I did not mean to use the flare gun that I literally just picked up there, but you know, fun challenge now.
Mott knew that Wake was smarter than him. Wake had
Man,
been
this guy's got all the
Mott,
classics.
everything, and Hartman said Wake was important. That made him better than Mott.
Arcanine is
Mott was
big.
calling the shots now.
Yeah,
They expected Wake to win,
Why is Arcanine so big?
but instead,
it's always been pretty big.
Mott knew
Yeah, it's just, you don't really notice.
only Mott could
There are a lot of like weird Pokemon size things, like you know the Duraludon, like the new Steel Dragon thing that kind of just looks like Mechagodzilla.
Yeah.
I'm taller than it.
Huh.
Charizard is like 5 feet even, I think, or something hilariously small.
I mean, that's why he's got 2 Gigantamax.
That's true. Ow. Blink. Eat it, wheelbarrow.
For the moment, Barry was just glad he had survived the fall. He had been separated from Al, and there was no easy way to climb back up. He told himself he'd be okay in the gloomy forest at night. He would just have to wait for a while for Al to find his way down. Barry turned when he heard the heavy footsteps and saw the movement. The man-shaped shadow lunged at him from the bushes, an axe held high. Barry screamed and threw up his hand. The world exploded.
It's not gone well for you, Barry. It's also not gone well from a bit rate. I'm gonna hang out in this checkpoint until the bit rate comes back. Oh, it's back.
Yay.
Oh, it's gone again, but seems to be holding somewhat steady at least, so
It'll probably be fine.
professionalism. That's what we got.
Always. Oh, he's got a Stint Scorch.
That he
I'm going to
does.
Dynamax you in the face now, for the record, Gym Leader.
But guess what?
Is he also going to Dynamax?
No.
That seems like a thing he would do. Wait, no? Does he just not do it?
No. He's gonna Gigantamax.
Oh, okay. Is this where the game tells you that Gigantamaxing is a thing, and they're like, hey, that was cool, right?
Kinda.
Okay. Because I've already seen one. I fought that wild Gigantamax Butterfree. I didn't catch it. I was very upset about it.
I did a lot of raid battles for Butterfree that weren't Gigantamax, they were just Dynamax, and I couldn't catch those, but then when I did the Gigantamax raid, it actually worked. So I don't know.
Oh, he lived with like 1 HP, that dick.
Oh, bitrate.
G-Max Cintiferno.
Let's get out of here. Can you open
Oh man, he did 9 damage.
Maybe.
Barry?
Well, I slammed it shut when the nasty showed up, and the key fits kind of loose in the lock, so...
Barry, you broke the gate.
I'm just going to hit you in the face with the geyser now. Goodbye, Gym Leader.
I'll find it, don't worry.
Hurry up, Barry!
I'm on it.
Ouch. Quarter doesn't fit in
Oh,
the
that guy
lock,
took
Barry.
the loss really hard. Like, all the gym leaders have, like, inspirational things of, like, oh man, you did really well, but they react as though you just gunned down their Pokemon. This guy just, like, grabbed his face and fell to his knees and is just sitting there staring at the floor.
Yeah, ouch. Open the gate, Barry. Thank you. Get out the way.
Al, please tell me we're headed for the nearest "You're now leaving Bright Falls. Come back soon" sign.
We're going to the Anderson farm.
I knew you were gonna say something like that. You know what? You
Why is there a cardboard cutout of Alan Wake in the back of this car?
I don't care what anybody says. I'm done.
I
with
don't
darkness.
remember.
You're gonna buy me a tanning bed as a gift, and I'm gonna live in it.
Oh, right. I think it's just because Barry stole one.
Let's check
There's
this
a
out.
thing about it later. I think he was using it to essentially mock Alan.
Right, he was like talking to it. I remember.
You're gonna
now.
buy me a tanning bed as a gift, and I'm gonna live in it. Did you ever see there was this show, this weird anthology TV show called Night Gallery?
No.
That, of all things, was hosted by Henry Rollins.
That sounds great, but no.
It was alright. So, like, the first episode of that thing, or one of the early episodes, I don't remember, it was like an episode where there were these things, like, you remember that Doctor Who episode with the things in the darkness that just ate you?
Yeah.
So it was basically that, but like years earlier. And it was this dude who's like, oh, you inherited this house from like your crazy uncle or whatever. It's this giant cool ass mansion, but also there's weird things living in the shadows that'll fucking eat you if the darkness touches you. So the whole episode is him trying to be like, well, on the one hand that's bad, on the other hand this house is bald. So can I just have it lit really well? And he keep like the whole episode is just him fucking around trying to like, well, maybe if I just like light the entire house, I'll like kill whatever it is. And then I forget what happens. Something happens and he ends up going blind.
Yeah.
So the end of the episode is him having like a live-in nurse whose job it is to change the light bulbs in the house to make sure there are 0 shadows. And he's just like in a wheelchair, blinded, and this nurse is going around, and he can hear one of the light bulbs like fizzing in the background. And she's like, "No, you're imagining things." And he's just like, "No, you need to go change that shit." And she's like, "I'll get it tomorrow. I'm leaving." And he's just like, "Oh fuck."
Rip.
This game reminded me a lot of that episode of that show, especially a part later when you find the well-lit room. I don't know if you remember that part.
I do.
Okay. Well, that specifically was like, man, this is straight out of that episode of Night Gallery, hosted by Henry fucking Rollins.
Forget that. Are you okay?
I think it was Night Gallery. I'm 90% sure that was the name.
Barry, it's a taken. Use a flare, Barry.
No, apparently it's called Night Visions.
Barry, are you all right?
I think it might have been based off Night Gallery, which I think was an earlier show.
Maybe.
Barry, just wait for me, okay?
Yeah, Night Visions update of unsettling shows like Twilight Zone and Night Gallery.
Barry's on the case.
People also ask, is Henry Rollins married?
It's, you know, important questions. I don't have a flashlight. Leave me alone.
When he stopped the car at the Anderson farm, Walter felt relieved. Oblivion was close at hand. The brothers wouldn't miss a jar of moonshine or two in the booby hatch. But then he saw the man on the porch, and he knew who it was. Driving for his life and knowing it was useless, he didn't realize he was crying until he couldn't see the road for the tears.
Ouch. Ah, trains. Ow, Jesus.
Shadows crawled over the gate. I needed a light to destroy them to get through.
Oh, oh no. Oh, that was some Donkey Kong Country shit right there.
Agent Nightingale stared at the passed-out rider. The man was sleeping off one hell of a night. Nightingale felt a stab of envy in Wake's oblivion, but he had a job to do. He put the gun to Wake's head and almost became a murderer. His hand shook and his throat felt tight and dry. Biting his teeth, he tried again to pull the trigger. He lost the nerve. Wake stirred. Nightingale would have to settle for an arrest.
Couldn't murder him. I'll have to settle for just arresting him. Darn. Oh, shit. I fell down the same stupid hole. No, wait. Fuck you, evil gate. Whoa.
I could sense the movement in the woods ahead. Facing the enemy without a weapon was dangerous, but I had no choice.
Also, I just want to throw out here how thrown off I was by... Wow, you were swinging that light like fucking crazy.
A little bit.
Okay, there we go. You got it.
You were thrown
So to
off.
point out how thrown off I am, that they reused a town for a gym.
They... What?
The fire type guy, you fight him in the same place as you fought the grass
Oh.
guy. You
Uh,
just come back to the first town again.
it's not the... No, you don't.
I fought the grass guy here, and then I did a loop and came back and fought the fire guy in the same place after I came through the mine. It's Mototoke. It's the same place.
No, Modus...
Oh wait, no, you went.
You go
Who
to...
did I fight here? No, you did the opening
You did the-
ceremony.
yeah.
Here. Okay, I got confused. I forgot there was even a town to the left because you're there for like 5 seconds. Because I remembered coming here and going to the gym. Okay, yeah, it's just the opening ceremony.
Stop throwing things at me. Ow. Stop hitting me also. Ow. Go away.
Why do I have to travel with Hop?
Because you love Hop.
I don't.
Man,
I
okay.
loathe Hop. Go
Slight,
read a book about type advantages, you d-bag.
slight Pokemon spoilers here.
Uh-huh.
But I was fighting, because I finished the Pokemon at this point.
Yeah.
But I was fighting Leon, and I got a super effective hit, and motherfucker just goes, I knew you were gonna go for super effective hits. It's like, god damn it.
No, he's right, Hop. You suck. Oh well, as long as you're gone. This beady guy, I'm coming around on this beady guy, though. He seems okay.
Yeah.
Because he just showed up and talked shit to Hop and then left. I'm like, yes!
Yeah.
It wasn't far. If it was Barry, I would see the damage soon.
I just like that apparently being super dense runs in the family. Ooh.
I'm trying to deliver each page to the right time and place. I'm trying to show you how the story goes.
Thanks, Magic
I
Lights.
had seen glimpses of the light before. The dark presence followed the choreography laid out to it in the manuscript, growing stronger and stronger, moving like a storm from one scene of destruction to the next. But it was still bound to follow the story and chained to the dark place it came from. When the story reached the end it longed for, it would finally be free. I had seen it in my dream. It was a strange spaceman or a diver in a bulky suit. He was the one who'd been placing the pages on my path.
Give me them flares. Gotta avoid the fucking bear traps. So, okay, that's Paige, not a bear trap.
The storm raged raged on as the Anderson brothers walked unsteadily away from the clinic with the other patients in tow, knowing that this time they wouldn't return. The darkness around them seethed with horrors, but Tor and Odin were unafraid. Their eyes glinted with guile. They knew
Yeah, Tor and Odin.
and there was blood on their hands.
Those guys are rad.
Shades before.
Hey, it's a gun.
Someone had left a gun behind. Now I had a fighting chance of reaching the farm.
Also, one last, well, I say one last, it'll probably come up in conversation again. Just want to rant about fucking AI partners they give you in the raid battles if you can't.
Yeah.
They quickly hit a point, like you are almost at that point, where they become completely worthless.
I mean, they already do, like, no damage in any given battle.
Yeah, but now they just get one shot every turn. And it's just like, really? Come on.
They're doing their best.
They really need to buff them, if at all possible. Yeah, pardon me. I'm just gonna hang out in this light, and you motherfuckers can eat it.
I could see the car, but there was no sight of the driver.
Is there a TV in here? Can I watch some Night Springs?
Anybody here?
Well,
Also, I'm gonna be honest.
Barry.
As much as I like the idea of Corviknight, kind of not feeling Corviknight.
I used Corviknight.
Like, I don't have the Corviknight, I just have the second floor. But I'm just kind of like, nah.
I used
Like, you're a worse knocked owl right now. That's my problem.
I used a Corviknight for like the whole video game. Well,
I'm sorry.
it was rad though. Steel type. It's not gone well for you, buddy.
I know you. You were in jail the other day.
I went to the farm again for the moonshine, you know? It makes you see. They're not gonna miss it. They're in the loony bin. But my buddy, Danny.
Oh, Danny boy.
Something's gone wrong with him. It's not him.
Oh, Danny Bitrate boy.
I can feel bad follow-up to a real good movie.
Uh-oh.
I didn't realize this, so that, nope, yep, okay. The guy going like the follow-up to a real good movie where the villain, or where the best friend becomes the main villain. All I can think of is,
Is Max Payne 2?
yeah. Good old Vlad.
You were the dearest of all of his friends.
Yeah.
I really like the plot of Alan Wake. I mean, I know I've said that a few times, but now that they're more openly talking about it, I can kind of talk about it more. But, like, I love the concept that the whatever is in the lake is bound by the constraints of the stories that are written. So it needs you to write it to be stronger.
Yeah.
Like, it needs Alan Wake to write a story about it growing stronger to actually get. That's a really fucking rad.
It's pretty rad. Also, we're gonna hang out while the bitrate stabilizes. There we go. Well, sorta. I don't know. This is a good video game.
It's really good. Speaking of good video games, have you gone and cast all of your votes for the Game Awards?
I haven't.
Oh,
One was still a
But,
good distance away. I'd need a car to get there fast.
The answer is Control.
but there's so many categories.
The answer for pretty much all of them is Control.
For a moment, I felt bad for doubting it.
I feel like the only one that I would vote for not Control in a category where Control is nominated would be, I would probably go Disco Elysium for Best Narrative.
That makes sense. And it's also literally the vote I just put in.
As much as I adore the story of Control...
Oh, it's great.
It's Disco Elysium is just really good.
As someone who has dived a bit more into Disco Elysium, man, that game is so good. That game is really good.
I should play more Disco Elysium.
I want to make it to the like a non-heart attack into at least one run, so that I can go like, all right, now I kind of know what the deal is. But so far, that's yet to happen. I'll get there. Not a lot of time left. This year is running out. Best Art Direction is right. Game Awards.
Best Art Direction is what?
Agree.
Oh, right. That was the other one, I think. Because I think Control is also on that list.
Best Music, Control is not here.
What?
Best Score / Music. There's Death Stranding, Cadence of Hyrule, Kingdom Hearts 3, Devil May Cry 5, and Sayonara Wild Hearts.
It's either...
I know how much you want me to vote for Kingdom Hearts.
It's either Sayonara or Death Stranding.
I do like Low Roar, so I'm just going to hit Death Stranding. Also, let's be honest, it's the Game Awards. Geoff Keighley's not going to let anybody else win.
Yeah.
What? Is there any kind of, like, conflict because he's in one of the games?
I don't know. Damn.
Best Audio Design does have Control, though. There we go.
It's probably Control. Ow! Jesus.
I don't know. How do you feel about the audio design in Call of Duty Modern Warfare?
I mean, that's probably the strongest bit of Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
How do you feel about the audio design in Gears 5?
I've not finished Gears 5.
Also, whatever. I'm giving it Resident Evil 2.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What?
It's a good sounding game. Oh, best performance, Matthew Peretta for Control. Why would I even need to click on anything else?
But
although they also have Courtney Hope for Control, and
yeah.
both of those are really good, actually. But I mean, he's Dynamite.
Yes.
But she's Dynamite, but he's also Dynamite.
It's true.
Games for Impact. Agree, obviously. The game is really good. Best ongoing game: Destiny 2, Fortnite, Final Fantasy XIV, Rainbow Six Siege, and Apex Legends. What is Rainbow Six Siege?
It's like
I thought it was just another like Splinter Cell type game or whatever.
No, Rainbow Six it's like a squad-based terrorist versus counter-terrorist thing.
Okay, so it's Counter-Strike.
Kinda.
Okay.
It's got weirder, like, objectives.
I don't want to vote for any of these games, so I'm just going to leave without voting.
Also, I'm going to pause
Best
because...
independent game.
Because the bitrate needs to come back for this section.
Oh. Well, while you're waiting for the bitrate, I will continue to vote. Holy crap, there's a lot of categories. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and they're gonna...
Best mobile game.
Is Fire Emblem Heroes on that list?
No.
Damn it. Is Dr. Mario...
There is What the Golf, Sayonara Wild Hearts, Sky Children of Light, Grindstone, and Call of Duty Mobile. I guess I'll go with Sayonara Wild Hearts, because I don't know what any of the others are. And I say that not even really knowing what Sayonara Wild Hearts is, aside from having a radical name. Best community support. A bunch of games I don't care about, so I'm just gonna go again. Best VR game. Blood and Truth, Asgard's Wrath, Beat Saber, Trover Saves the Universe, and No Man's Sky. I'm just gonna hit Blood and
It's
Truth.
Blood and Truth of that list.
That's what I thought. Best action game.
Control.
Astral Chain, Apex Legends, Call of Duty, Devil May Cry 5, Metro Exodus, or Gears 5.
Astral Chain of that list.
Yeah, obviously of that list, clearly. If they'd added Lady to Devil May Cry 5, maybe they'd have an argument to be made, but no. So, nah. Hey, best action adventure, Control.
That's probably the answer.
But also Resident Evil 2 is on this list.
Control's better than Resident Evil 2. Spoilers for our Game of the Year discussion.
That sounds like an argument that needs to be had, I think.
Yeah, and I would win.
Oh, that depends entirely on whether or not Rob plays Control.
I will beat the
Whether
shit.
or not you're gonna have any backup.
I will beat the shit out of Rob and you.
Aw. You're about to get grabbed in the finale.
Yeah, I am.
Nah, I'm putting it on Control, honestly. Control's really good. Resident Evil 2 is good, but it's still a remake of Resident Evil 2. Also, it's a survival horror game, goddammit.
I'm so glad you decided to go it alone, Mr. Bronson.
Best RPG. Disco Elysium, Outer Worlds, Monster Hunter Iceborne. Putting on this game. Is also Monster Hunter's not an RPG, goddammit.
I kinda.
I would not call Monster Hunter an RPG.
Also,
then again, my stance is if it has real-time controls, I stop calling it an RPG.
Then what about like Skyrim or Fallout?
Yeah, that's like a weird action-adventure RPG. Like, it's a hybrid. But it's not just RPG. Like, I don't know. It's a hybrid genre.
Also, Old Gods of Asgard are playing, and I'm not muting it because I don't have to.
Nice. Also, best fighting game.
Jump
What do you
Force.
Think, PSP? Is it Jump Force or Dead or Alive 6?
Jump Force.
But there's also Mortal Kombat 11 on this list.
Jump Force.
And the Samurai Showdown. And the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, which is the real answer.
Well, yeah, but Jump Force, though.
Can't believe it's even on the list. Best family game. Ring Fit Adventure.
Shit.
Luigi's Mansion 3, Super Mario Maker 2, Yoshi's Crafted World, or Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Yoshi's Crafted...
On the one hand, I feel like Smash Bros. Ultimate. On the other hand, Ring Fit Adventure does seem rad.
Also, Yoshi's Crafted World's actually pretty good.
No one cares about Yoshi.
I know. I care about Yoshi, but...
Best strategy game. Fire Emblem, and moving on. Best sports/racing game. I don't give a shit. Oh, here, Crash Team Racing. There we go. Yep, that one.
What's on the list?
It's clearly better than all these others. I don't know what Dirt Rally is, but it sounds like shit. Dirt is right there in the name.
Dirt Rally is like the super serious rally spin-off of Dirt, which is...
So it's shit.
Yeah.
Best multiplayer game. Tetris 99. Done.
It's real good.
As I would point out, the other options are Apex Legends, Call of Duty, Division 2, and Borderlands. So it's Tetris 99.
Yeah.
Fresh indie game presented by Subway. Disco Elysium, My Friend Pedro, Slay the Spire, Untitled Goose Game, Outer Wilds, Agree.
It's Disco Elysium.
Who gets the Subway Award? Yeah, huh? But how's it going?
No, I'm still just laughing at the Fresh Subway Award.
Yeah, the fresh indie game presented by Subway.
God damn it.
What?
Why, though?
Just because. I honestly having a hard time picking between Disco Elysium and Agree. I think I'm gonna give it Agree for now, just because I have not finished Disco Elysium yet. And as much as I love that game, I want to finish it before I, put too much stock into it. What if it goes really bad in the last quarter and nobody knows because nobody's finished it?
Really
like, what if you get to the last quarter of that game and they make you become racist? Oh, Who's the content creator of the year, TFP?
Me.
Is it Jack Courage Dunlop? Benjamin Dr. Lupo? David Grefg Martinez? Soleil Ewok Wheeler? Or Michael Shroud Grzesiak?
I don't know who any of these people are.
Me either. I haven't heard of one of these motherfuckers. All you go. Best esports game.
Dota.
Is it Counter-Strike, Fortnite, Overwatch, Dota 2, or League of Legends?
Dota.
League of Legends. Got it. Done. Next category. Best esports player.
No Tail.
Is it Lee Faker Sang-hyuk? League of Legends. Alexander Simple Kotsuyevv for Counter-Strike Go. J. Sinatra 1 from Overwatch. Luca Perks from League of Legends. Or Kyle Bucha Giersdorf from Fortnite.
None of those
there are no Dota players.
None of those is No Tail. What the heck?
There's no Dota players, and also that dude from Hearthstone's not here, I noticed. So I'm just not going to vote in that category, because I don't know who any of those motherfuckers are. Oh, here we go. Best esports team.
OG.
OG is on.
It's OG.
Voting for OG. Well, wait, there's a Team Liquid in Counter-Strike Go as well?
There's Team Liquid in fucking everything.
Why is there a Team Liquid in everything? Are they like a cross game? I thought they were just a Dota team.
No, they're like Liquid Ken. They do like Smash players.
Wow, I didn't know that. All right. Okay, best esports event, TFP. You're the.
It's the International.
Is it the 2019 Overwatch League Grand Finals?
No.
Is it the Fortnite World Cup?
No.
Is it the IEM Katowice 2019?
No.
Is it EVO 2019?
Maybe.
Is it the International 2019?
Maybe.
Or is it the League of Legends World Championship 2019?
No.
Okay, League of Legends is what I'm hearing here, right?
No.
Pretty sure I heard League of Legends.
Probably.
So what I'm voting for is EVO.
Okay. This checks out.
Best esports coach.
Fucking what?
Best esports coach.
I don't even fucking...
Is it Eric Adrian Hogue from Team Liquid Counter-Strike Go? Fabian Grabs Lohman from League of Legends? Is it Tituan Shokshka Merloz?
That guy.
OG Dota 2.
I know who that guy is.
Is it Jane Kane Nuri from Team Liquid? Is it Kim Koma Jong-gyun from League of Legends? Or Danny Zonic Sorensen from Counter-Strike Go?
The only one of those...
You're saying the OG guy?
Yeah. It's literally the only one I know.
So. Alright, that makes sense. Yeah, that would make him the best by default. Best esports host.
Do they have Red Eye?
Yes, Paul Red Eye Shaloner.
I like that guy.
They also have Alex Golden Boy Mendez.
Hey! AEW's own.
Yeah.
Who else do they have besides?
I can't pronounce most of these names. I feel
Then
like that hasn't
it's
stopped me
fine.
yet, but it feels like it's getting worse. Because this is some Dutch bullshit or something. I've never seen this many consonants connected.
So I like Red Eye.
Ifjetjosk Deportire?
I don't know who that is.
Some lady. Alex Machine Richardson.
Machine's alright.
Yeah.
I like Machine.
And Juan Candice Yushua.
Don't know who that is.
Yeah.
But I like Red
So
Eye.
it's Red Eye or Golden Boy or The Machine.
Yeah. Any of those are good options, really. Do what makes you feel the best.
I think I'm gonna go with Golden Boy. Guy's moving up in the world lately. Or down in the world. It depends on what kind of move you consider becoming a wrestling commentator.
That was
But at least he's commentating on the good
Bright
wrestling.
Falls,
That's true.
Rock and roll capital of America.
And he's not making some other commentary mistakes.
Hey, ho, ho.
Which, you know, hey, it's a hard job, you know?
Yeah.
Apparently pretty easy to slip up or something.
They're pretty easy to say something the most racist.
And apparently, I think the funniest thing about that is that, like, not only is it the most racist, it's a joke he made, like, 30 years ago on live TV as well.
Oof.
Like, somebody found him making that exact same, doing that exact same line about a different person from, like, 88 or some shit.
Ouch.
It's just like, that line was so good you had to use it twice, huh?
Yeah, that's
Hey,
been my
holy
biggest
shit,
worry
man.
all this time.
Oh.
We need to get this thing moved out of the way.
This is as far as I got before they ambushed me.
Any more dumb esports category?
No, that was the end of the categories.
Ah.
I'm now out of Game Awards categories.
Oh, god damn it, Barry.
Right now, I'm just standing here because I need my best friend Barry to carry me. That's okay. I can just take him for granted.
I think I see what you did there.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
You want me to do my imitation of Barry Wheeler? No? Thought so.
I really want to hear Alan's Barry impression.
Wow. Look at that thing, Al. They really went all out with this Viking crap, didn't they?
There we go. Yes.
Look at all this stuff. They must have done okay for themselves. So how come I
Have you
never
found your way to the stage?
No.
Oh.
I found my way to Night
another episode of Night Springs.
Yep.
That's better.
Tonight's episode, The Dream of Dreams.
That's by someone else.
Oh, it's not an Alan. It's not one of Alan's episodes of Night Springs.
Oh, too bad.
Situation. A long line of people. Hey, Jones, right? Listen, we're gonna have to wait until his highness over there is good and ready. Oh wow, who's that? You don't know him? What are you, new? He's the guy dreaming us. Well, not just us. He dreams everything. All of this.
But wait, no. I'm the one who's dreaming. I'm asleep. Isn't this my dream?
Oh, yeah. Sure. Get real, pal. You're just another dream. I'm a dream. You're a dream. The weirdo in the diving suit is a dream. And the girl made of smiles and sunshine.
Whose dreams are on display? My dreams, your dreams, dreams' dreams, dreams.
All I know is I'm going with the smart guys, and they say that's the guy doing the dream.
Please don't put my dreams on display.
It means
They're all really boring and mostly about being late to work.
we make sure he has his clothes on when he goes out in public. No chases where the monster is nipping at his heels and he runs like crazy, but his legs don't seem to get him anywhere. None of that. Because if he wakes up in a cold sweat, yeah, precisely. So we wait till he wants to move on.
I had a weird dream somewhat recently, but I don't really remember what it was. I just remember it being weird.
Something's happening here. Yeah? What's that? What? Can't you hear that? Oh, God help us. It's an alarm clock. Oh, it's you, isn't it? Please, man. I got a wife and kids. Please don't wait.
Night Springs. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. I mean, it's no address unknown, but, like, what is really... Ow! Fucking, what killed me? This fucking wagon wheel...
Hubris.
This fucking wagon wheel tipped over and damaged me. Did not actually kill me. I overspoke,
It's
but...
1976. Madness reigns at the Anderson farm. Contrary to all logic, the headiest ingredient of their moonshine is unfiltered water from Colton Lake. The Andersons feel like gods. Odin can't stop laughing. He contemplates cutting his
Odin and Tor.
runs across the field, naked, shrieking, hammer in his hand, trying to catch lightning. Their songs have power. Something ancient is stirring in the depths, coming back.
Fucking love you, old gods of Asgard.
The Viking boat looked
They're pretty
close,
great.
almost like a battering ram.
Also, I really like, like, with the whole Thomas Zane thing happened, and obviously the Darkness tried to pull some bullshit there.
Yes.
And got kind of stymied by Thomas Zane. But, like, was it also trying to influence the old gods of Asgard? Because they also had the whole weird creative thing going on.
Yes. I believe...
But was it just unable to because they were partying too hard?
Yes, I think that's the idea, is they were, like, too drunk.
That's amazing. Like, I thought that's what it was getting at, was that they literally partied too hard to be influenced by the Darkness, and I was like, man, that's awesome.
Ow! Go away.
Gotcha, shit.
Fuck it up in the Pokemon.
Fuck off, Purloin.
What? Purloin's adorable, though.
It is adorable. It's true. That said, it's hailing, and I don't like fighting in the hail, so fuck off.
Well, bellow.
Also, my Hitmonchan only has so many drain punches.
Ow, ow god. Oh, that didn't work out well. Let's try that again.
As a matter of fact, because Hitmonchan does have a limited amount of points for his moves, I'm going to swap him out for a little bit and use Cage instead.
Did you name your Machoke Cage?
Yes.
After this stream, would you like...
All natural.
Would you like to turn it into a Machamp after this stream?
Probably.
I've got a couple trade evolutions
What
that
the fuck? Oh, it's one of those adorable, horrible anemone things.
Oh, Pyukumuku.
No, the, like, weird, spiky little one with the creepy face and eyes. And the hair looks like weird anemone dreadlocks.
Marini?
Mariani?
Marini.
Marini. Oh, there we go.
Because it's a meanie, and it lives in the
And it's also
ocean,
green.
so it's a Marini.
That makes sense, yes. This all checks out. I kind of want one of those things. It's cool looking.
They're cool looking. They were a fucking pain in the ass to get in Sun and Moon. I'm really glad SOS battles are not a thing.
Fuck! That was supposed to be weaker than the previous move I used on it. Well, shit. Okay. I'll have to catch another one then, I guess. I really wish it was not hailing right here in the spot where they were popping up, though. Why does hail exist?
Little pieces of debris or whatnot get caught in updrafts. And they have water that condenses on them, and then when they get caught in the updrafts, it freezes.
Okay, it's a basculin.
Oh, so the basculin, the specific...
The blue stripe version is exclusive, right?
Yes.
Alright, this is a blue stripe. Ow. Don't turn into water and
I don't
ram
think that's
me.
where I'm supposed to go. I think I've spent a really long time trying to get a place that I can't really go. I'm good at Alan Wake. Oh shit, hello. If the truck is rockin', don't come knockin'. Fuck me. I'm not doing well.
Get in the Pokeball, you little son of a bitch.
Not.
Oh, shit. Alright, I gotta get back to the name raider.
So what did you do?
I just came up with the perfect name for my, my Galarian Meowth that I have not been able to come up with a name with so far.
Is it Odin and or Tor?
No. It's Champa.
Okay.
It's the beer.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I get it. You dropped 11% of the frames of this stream, apparently. So says OBS.
Look, 90% is still a passing. That's like an A.
Yeah.
89% is still like a B+, so, like, that's alright.
The door was barred from the other side. I'd have to find another way.
Do you upgrade your fishing rod at any point in this game, or is it all just kind of what you got? Okay.
Good luck with that.
Because I was going to point out that, like, 90% of the things I fish up are just the same thing over and over, and I hate it.
The fishing, so it's, I think a lot of the wild area has kind of the same fishing. It's like when you go fishing in other routes.
Do I get to surf? Later. Because I've beaten the fire gym now, and it's like, hey, go to the new area.
Yeah.
And I just, like, run up there and get a bike upgrade and then come back. Because all this cool shit is swimming around, but I can't get to it because I'm stuck on the shore.
Eventually you will get a bike upgrade that you can, you know... It's not after the first gym, though. Or the first gym of this new area.
God damn it. I can see there's shit swimming around right there that looks cool, and I'm just stuck here.
What am I fucking doing? Oh, there we go.
Mostly I just wanted those marine things to show up. God damn it! Fuck off, Basculin.
No? Okay.
What do you... I fished it up. How can I not get away from the thing I fished up? How does that even work? I'm on the shore. You can get away from any fish if you were on land.
That fish
Except the Candiru. That one's
unescapable.
unescapable.
God damn it. I thought...
What? When is that Pokemon gonna show up?
Can't get through one goddamn stream without bringing up the Candiru.
Do you think there are, like, horrible darkness Candiru in Cauldron Lake?
God damn it. They swim up and they go right to your brain and steal all your creative juices. Through your dick.
They swim through your urethra into your brain. It's a long trip.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the movie Hot Shots?
No.
With fucking Charlie Sheen back in the day. It was like a parody, vaguely airplane styled. It was actually alright, but I just remember there was a bit where they were talking about this dude. He's like, oh yeah, no, I'm gonna have like eye surgery, so I don't need these glasses anymore. And they're like, oh, that's cool. And he was like, yeah, but like the surgery is real dangerous, so they gotta go in through the rectum. It's just like, oh man. And I've always found the concept really funny of like the most invasive surgery imaginable. Like, no, we're going to go through your entire body with this surgery. We have to reach your optic nerve through your rectum. That movie's okay. It is not aged as well as Hot Shots 2.
Or Airplane.
Yeah, that also.
Or, well, I'd say, or The Naked Gun, but The Naked Gun has aged well.
What's wrong with The Naked Gun, TFP?
Oh, you know.
What hasn't aged well about The Naked Gun? What?
Oh,
what?
You know.
No, I don't. Please elaborate.
The juice.
Yeah, he was loose at the time. I guess he still is, technically, but you know. What's wrong with that?
Oh, you know.
TFP, he was acquitted.
Oh, you know.
Yeah, it's pretty much the usual stuff, Pat. Just, a lot more of it.
Now, is it just me, or does Deerfest get wilder every year? People seem to be more drunk, at least, or they start earlier.
Talking about Deerfest on the radio.
Yeah, Deerfest.
Fuck this chair.
Hey, I'm talking here, Thor.
I wish Deerfest was coming up in the real life and not Thanksgiving.
I lost my train of thought. Not just me.
I feel like I see signs for Deerfest just constantly.
Wait, is Deerfest a real thing?
It depends on your area, but like, because I live in, the mountains, the mountainous woods of Tennessee, yes.
Right.
There's Deerfest and Bubba Fest and...
Sorry?
Yeah, you heard me. Bubba Fest. You don't know about Bubba Fest?
No, I don't.
It's like...
The more you say it, the less I know about it.
It's so the weird part is it's like a weird Christian Hunters Association thing or something.
Anderson's home on the other side of the field. It wasn't far now. I wasn't worried about trusting the ramblings of two burned-out geriatric wrecks. They had the goods.
But why is it called Bubba Fest?
I don't know.
But you're our, like, religious correspondent.
I've never been, I just see the fucking signs.
You're our Abrahamic correspondent.
I'm not fucking... Oh.
Our YHVH attaché.
Law hero.
I don't think you get to be the law hero by stealing your way across the country. But I could be wrong.
Stealing things for YHVH. Ow, Jesus. I got murdered.
Stealing things for YHVH. Another good term for the Crusades.
Pretty much. That's what Hobby Lobby got in trouble for. Oof, I'm really glad nobody's watching this stream.
What? So what?
No.
Really? That's where you're gonna draw the line?
No.
Just making fun of Hobby Lobby and Bubba Fest?
No, it's fun.
I was gonna say, we've done much worse than that, and we will continue to do much worse than that until the FTC decides to fine you $42,000 for every stream you've ever done.
Dude, everything I've done is labeled as not for kids.
Yeah, but YouTube's algorithm can change what it's labeled as on an individual basis.
Yeah, that means YouTube has to watch my videos.
No, it means they have to let a machine watch your videos and say, yeah, this seems like a kid thing, because it's got the video games. They said Pokemon, that means kids, we're gonna change this label, and then later in the video, they made fun of the Lord.
Later they said Pokemon, but later on in the video they compared one of the Pokemon characters to Alex Jones.
Is Alex Jones for kids?
No.
What if you made an animated version of his podcast?
No.
Would that be for kids?
No, it would not.
Hey, let's go, man.
Oh yeah, Hangman's evolving. He was just a Mudbray. Now he's going to be a Mudsdale. There we go.
Mudsdale are amazing, or like of all the Pokemon that I've currently caught, Mudsdale is like the fourth heaviest.
2,028 pounds.
Yes.
It has so much stamina that it could carry over 10 tons across the Galar region without rest or sleep. It's a fucking horse, TFP.
horses aren't generally like a ton. But
Well, he's a horse like made out of rocks,
he's made out of mud.
which is heavy. It's dirt. It's
It's
earth.
wet rocks.
Yeah.
You know, this place looks kind of lived in. I thought the Andersons were in the booby hatch.
It's like Clayface, but a horse.
Yeah, I don't think they keep too close an eye on them at the clinic.
Wait, did you ever watch the old Batman cartoon?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Again.
You ever fucking read all the episodes of Clayface? Wait. I mean the actual good one, not the Batman.
Yeah, no,
Okay,
I've not
good.
seen like every episode, but
Do you remember the ones with Clayface?
Yes, they were great.
God, those were totally my favorite episodes as a kid. I love Clayface. Him and Mr. Freeze, top 2 Batman villains, hands down. That show was amazing. Also, he was voiced by Ron Perlman back in the day. That dude has a good voice for a weird, crazy mud monster.
Makes sense. I mean, to be fair, I feel like Ron Perlman has a good voice for, you know...
Most things.
Yeah.
He's got a good voice. He's got a good voice for being a weird mud man. He's got a good voice for being a weird hell demon. He's got a good voice for telling you about how war never changes.
He's got a good voice for telling you that nobody wants kaiju brains.
Man, do you remember how rad his shoes were in that movie?
So rad. Also, yeah, Old Gods of Asgard.
Alan, you fucking moron.
Okay. We need to find Cynthia Weaver. We'll stay here for the night and head back to town as soon as it gets light.
Hey, Al. Lots of hours before dawn. Might as well get some rest.
Now we're gonna drink sick moonshine. Sick moonshine. This is a great idea.
We're being hunted by the darkness and also law enforcement. You want to get fucking hammered?
I'm gonna stick by you, no matter what.
Stick by you and tell you about Captain Baseball Bat Boy.
Damn it.
Correct.
If I just wanted to, I could write 10 books a year. and they'd be the best books that year.
No, you couldn't.
That's right, I couldn't. But I could, because I'm a
Oh,
writer.
drunk Alan Wake.
What in this stuff? I feel like my brain is coming out of my nose. I'm gonna get the recipe off those coots and be a booze millionaire.
I just miss her, Barry. I just want her here with me.
Oh, sad Alan.
I know. It's gonna be okay. We're gonna make it okay.
Dramatic shot of Alan Wake stand up. I'm a ghost.
Whoops.
Whoop. I'm a weird first person ghost.
It was a crazy drunken dream, and yet it was more than that. It was the truth, a suppressed memory unearthed by the Andersons' moonshine. I was there, an out-of-body observer. This was the night Alice and I had arrived at Bright Falls, the night Alice had disappeared. I had a chance to find out what had happened. I remembered being surprised to see the cabin dark. Alice would have never turned the lights off. I remembered thinking I caught a glimpse of her form underwater, sinking into the darkness.
Ooh,
Diving after her was the last vague memory I had of that night. After that, the next thing I could remember was waking up behind the wheel of the crash car and finding the first pages of the manuscript. Beyond this lost memory, there was nothing. I had to follow the footsteps of my past self to find out what had happened that night. I couldn't find her in all that blackness. I must have thought she drowned.
I really appreciate the evil gods of Asgard had some fucking magical insight moonshine laying around.
Well, the manuscript page mentions that it's made out of the water from Cauldron Lake, which seems like a hilariously bad idea, but you know.
I mean, on the one hand, yes. On the other hand, do you think it somehow lessens the threat of the evil darkness lake, whatever, if you are drinking and then pissing it out later?
Maybe. It's just like...
'Cause I feel like, if anything, that is establishing dominance over over the lake monsters.
This is what I think of you, lake monster. Unzip.
The dark presence had touched me. She had dug her nails into my brain and used me, made me her puppet.
It's not how nails work. You really shouldn't dig nails into people's brains.
That is generally a bad idea.
Alice! Yes, that's where she is. You can apologize.
Alice!
You laugh at the whole thing together and put it
Alice?
behind you. She's not here. You were foolish to think so.
Maybe she's up here. Come hang out up here. She's not here, you dick.
No!
It's your fault your wife is dead. You are guilty. All she wanted was to help you right. You killed her. Oh, hush. There's still hope. Cauldron Lake is a special place. Here, you have the power to change things. She wanted you to write. I will tell you what to do. You can write her back. The story will come true, and all will be well again.
She had Alice, and the manuscript was the ransom for her. Yes. All right. I'll fix it. I'll bring her back.
Hey, hi.
No. I wrote it.
I literally just said, hey, hi. Did not say
I'd written for days.
what you think.
Almost a complete manuscript of a novel entitled Departure. Jagger had been my editor, whispering in my ear, making sure that the unfolding story would make her more and more powerful. I thought I was saving Alice. Even with the cobwebs she put in my head, some part of me had been aware enough to write my escape into the story, to bring a light into the cabin to release me before I could finish, to interrupt the horror story before the ending, where darkness consumed everything and everyone. Zane was weak and far away, but I had written him into the story, and his light had been enough to set me free.
It isn't here now. I'm here because it was written. I brought the light to set you free. You must hurry. It will know I'm here. It will be back soon. It stole the skin of my barber a long time ago.
Alright, let's go, Big Daddy.
I had woken up, confused and groggy, my mind consumed by darkness and fear. All I could do was to escape. The week spent in the cabin had taken its toll. I was barely conscious, and fading fast. It had to have cost Zane terribly, thrown him even deeper into whatever dark place he now haunted. But he had managed to weaken the dark presence, kept me safe that night.
Oh, you gotta look at the road when you're driving, Alan Wake.
I wrote. It's my fault.
That's right, James. Your fault. You're gonna pay for it.
Yeah, how's it going?
Forgot about it's your fault, James Joyce. God damn it, Nightingale.
Also really like that the agent's name is Nightingale.
Yeah. And hey, this song is the other Old Gods of Asgard song, which I don't have to mute, because YouTube told me it didn't, and if they lied to me, I'm going to be very upset. The next 4 songs I will probably have to mute, which is unfortunate because I really like basically all of them. But hey, it's called The Poet of the Muse if you want to just look it up and listen to it, which you do, because it's good.
It is good.
And we'll watch these cutscenes and call that an Alan Wake stream.
Alright. Get ready for episode 5 next time.
Yep.
The lake, it does something to the works of art created here. It makes them come true. My mom gave me this old light switch.
The clicker.
Alice is being kept in a dark prison. I need to find Cynthia Weaver to fix this.
It's your fault, and you're gonna pay for it.
You're gonna pay for it, John D. McDonald. Moose Fest.
What's the big deal about Deerfest? And I think that this sums it up. It's about friendship and community. We've got a great party coming up, but let's try to hold it in until tomorrow and get through the night in one piece, all right?
I have it. Someone will come for it when the time is right. Thomas said so. He wrote it. The key is insurance. It's my job to keep it safe. Safe in the light. Always in the light.
Super drunk. Or I guess at this point, super hungover Alan Wake.
All the manuscript pages were gone. The FBI
What better way to go combat evil cosmic forces?
I think my tongue just took a crap in my mouth. Ugh. Oh, wait, we're in jail now? Al, this is not good.
That about sums it up.
Oh.
Also, do the Dynamax Pokemon just not show up in the second part of the wild area?
No, they do.
Without throwing a thing in? Okay, because all of these things are active, but they're all like the small ones that just give you 50 points.
Yeah.
What, the crazy lady?
Yeah.
Ugh, whatever you say, Al, but we're stuck here. They're not gonna...
I had some
Better be a
reading to do
Pokemon Center
first,
in here.
Sheriff, and let me tell you,
Wait, actually, hold on. Yeah, I'll just go in.
well, I've got you
As long as no sudden rival battle happens as soon as I step through the doors, I'll be fine.
Got you now, Bret Easton Ellis.
You hear me in there, Bret Easton?
Agent Nightingale, I want to talk to your superior.
Well, we all want things, Sheriff. I wanted my...
Look, that's not possible right now.
Agent Nightingale, I insist.
Oh man. Nightingale, you're a dirtbag, but I love you.
Lady, are you stupid? It's a...
Such an a-hole.
Okay, I've had enough of this crap. Wake, I'm gonna trust you with this.
You're joking.
Agent Nightingale, your opinion would matter more if you were sober and if I actually believed you were here on official business.
Whoa! Get back in the cell, Stephen King. The only way you're leaving this place is over my dead... Wait a minute. I know this...
Whoops!
Oh my god!
Light. We need light.
Back in the cell, Stephen King. I love they saved that one for last.
It was disjointed and strange. He didn't understand half of it, but it all rang true. Impossibly true. He took out his hip flask when he reached the page that described how he reached the page that made him take out his hip flask. It wasn't the booze that...
Also, man, I love that page.
It's real good. We're just gonna... That's how we're gonna leave it, is on this page. Join us next time for episode 5 of Alan Wake. Almost done. Yay. Night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.